Yo, what's going on guys, it's Anime One back with another video, and today I'm here with another part of What If Naruto Was Neglected and at Isshiki's Karma. So if you guys like the content in the channel, please subscribe to the channel, and while you're at it, also like this video. So let's begin the video. It's finally time, and the time that all of Konoha and the other villages that happen to be attending here we're waiting for. The Junin exam finals were finally here. Things were going to be very hectic, and most of all inhabitants were unaware of what was gonna happen today. So most were pretty excited for today. Naruto was on his way to the stadium, and today was the day where Naruto would actually let some steam loose. And when he meant that, he would actually fight seriously for once. He did say to the snake that to start the invasion as quick as possible. And if that was the case, and from the information that he has gotten with his clones, it should be pretty easy. 3 Jinchurikis, Naruto thought. Yugito, she was a perfect Jinchuriki, Naruto knew that. Roshi of the Hidden Stone, also a perfect Jinchuriki. And Killer Bee, currently the strongest Jinchuriki alive. And if possible, even Gaara. 4 Jinchurikis. This would be interesting, Naruto thought. But then again, he came to the stadium. Naruto was wandering around. So that was that. Naruto, he was sure that Jiraiya, he thought about his brothers and his sister. He was sure that Jiraiya had taught Menma the Rasengan, but no one but Minato and him knew that as well. And he almost mastered it. Maybe Menma mastered that. He wondered if Mito had mastered that crossed his mind, but whatever came to it, he knew it was a seal-related thing that he needed to watch out for her, and that was the thing. Naruto entered the stadium as he saw them. Sari and Yoriichi, his ex-teammates. He wondered what he should say to them, but then he shook his head. No. He wouldn't say anything. The reason why he wouldn't say anything? Because he had made his intentions clear that day. And that was that. But Sayuri and Yoriichi were also looking at Naruto when he entered. They were just looking at him, saying nothing. Naruto just arrived at the line and just stayed there quiet, not even sparing a glance at them. This made them hang their head a little. Did he really not see them as their teammates anymore? But they remember C-Suite's words. Someone couldn't fake the emotions that Naruto had showed, no matter how hard they tried. That meant Naruto cared for them. It was simply that he didn't realize. Because Naruto, again, had never felt love in his life. So how would he understand? How would he understand camaraderie and all that stuff? He was simply too broken for that. They both were thinking that, but all the contestants had arrived, so they started. Well, since all the contestants have arrived, we'll start the first match of the Junin exam. Gaara of the Sand and Naruto Uzumaki. Only you both will be staying in the trail on the ground. Everyone else, please go upwards, he said. Everyone nodded and went towards the stadium as Naruto and Gaara just stayed there doing nothing. Gaara's sand immediately came out of his gourd as he was dancing around him. Gaara had a psychotic look on his face, while Naruto was just there, the calm, cool, collected look on his face. Genma looked at both of the fighters, but before that, Naruto side-glanced at the Kage boot where he sent Orochimaru's chakra and gave him a nod. Orochimaru just looked at him. Oh, I see. So that's what he meant. He wants to fight Gaara so that the invasion will start after he defeats him. You are a smart one, Uzumaki Naruto. I looked at both of the fighters as he spoke. Are you both ready? They both nodded, a subtle nod. Then, begin! As soon as Hereti's hand dropped, Naruto disappeared in a burst of speed and appeared behind Gaara. Gaara's sand was not fast enough as Naruto punched Gaara right in the face, cracking the first layer of his sand armor. Everyone was surprised, including Menma and Mito, who didn't think Naruto was that fast. Against that Jonin that day, I was exhausted. That's why I couldn't show my full capabilities. But today, I'll show you what I'm truly made up of just with my taijutsu, Naruto said with a smirk. As Gaara stood up, I'll kill you. Mother wants your blood, Uzumaki, he said. Naruto gave him a death glare. I'm not Uzumaki anymore, Gaara. I am a Hotsutsuki. With that, Naruto disappeared again and appeared above Gaara. Gaara's sand was not fast enough. Gaara could not even see Naruto, as he only felt something. That was a kick right at his head. Naruto spun around and kicked Gaara right at his neck, sending him flying and crashing towards the stadium wall. Gaara just gritted his teeth as he crawled out of the stadium wall. I'll kill you. I'll kill you, he said as he started going through hand sign. Sand started surrounding the entire stadium. Sand tsunami, Gaara said in a very low tone, but Naruto could hear it. As all of the sand came towards Naruto, who smirked. No one could see it, but Naruto disappeared. What had really happened? He had shrunken himself, but no one could really see that. As soon as that happened, Naruto appeared behind Gaara. Everyone widened their eyes seeing that. Did Shisui teach him the Sunshin to that level? Minato thought, seeing the match, as the Kazekage was beside him. Onoki and Raikage couldn't come because of some kind of work they had. Minato shrugged. Well, tuning exams were supposed to be for the purpose of peace, but if they don't want it, what the hell could he do about it? But he was surprised. Naruto was actually extremely fast. Rock Lee and Guy were watching the entire thing with wide eye. Guy spoke to Shisui, who was behind him. Shisui, did you teach him that? He said. Shisui shook his head. No. The truth is, I've never trained Naruto. Whenever I offered him, he would simply decline. This is all him. It's a true genius that you're seeing in front of you, Guy. People say that I'm a genius, that Itachi is a genius, but the truth is, there's no one like Naruto. What you're seeing right now is raw physical ability and chakra control mastered to its limits, Shisui said, as he had a proud look on his face. Naruto was just behind Gaara with his hands coated in chakra. He was standing on the wall as Gaara was somewhere behind him as Naruto smirked as he applied a chakra to his feet, but instead of just boosting his speed, what he did was unexpected to most people. He let his chakra explode from his feet, sending Naruto flying towards Gaara, whose eyes widened. Using chakra like that was just unbelievable. As Naruto coated his fist back, Gaara's sand came up, this time in time to protect Gaara, but Naruto this was all part of his plan. It's over, Tanuki, Naruto said in a low whisper. As soon as he said that, the Naruto in front of Goro poofed into smoke. As Goro's eyes widened. No, it can't be, he thought. As from the ground, another Naruto came out and punched Goro up in the air. But before Goro could recover up with his hand, Naruto appeared in front of Goro. This is the end, Gara. With that, Naruto applied all of his chakra to his feet, and BAM! A huge explosion went off as Naruto kicked Gara right towards the ground. As the match finished, smoke cleared, and Gara was barely on his 2 feet. His sand armor was completely destroyed. With ease, Naruto had defeated Gara. Naruto looked at Gara. You're still able to stand. Impressive, I must say so myself. But this is the end, Naruto said as he went through hand signs. Fire style, hellfire of the 5 kingdoms, Naruto said as he collapsed his hand, and 5 pillars of fire appeared all around Gara as his sand trying to protect him, but the fire were just too hot and sand were being crystallized. As Gara cursed, he couldn't win this match as the flames completely consumed Gara. Temari and Konguro eyes widened as they heard their brother scream and being burned alive. Naruto was showing no signs of stopping as Gara was screaming. Genma had to step in as he looked at the Hokage, who gave him a nod. As he jumped down and put his hands on Naruto's hand. It's over, Uzumaki. Stop your jutsu, he said. Naruto looked at the man and nodded. He didn't want any beef with the man. As he undid the jutsu, as Gara dropped down, completely unconscious. His body severely burned with third-degree burns all over his body. Gara had lost this match miserably. As Naruto looked at the stadium to see, Sayori and Yorichi's eyes widened. He muttered a few words that only they could see, and those words were, "This is why I had quit out of the team. You're too weak to be my teammates." And with that, Naruto started walking away, leaving both Sayori and Yorichi speechless. Naruto was too strong. That was simple reason. But before Naruto as he was going to the hallway, he met someone there. Who looks like he wants a little, beef with me. Isn't that right, Menma? Naruto said to his brother who was looking at him with a death glare. How did he get so strong? Menma's question was direct, but it was a logical one. How? Training, of course. What else? He said. Naruto was just mocking Menma at this point. Menma clenched his fist in anger. I have trained more than you. I know that much for a fact. Ever since I was 5 years old, I was being trained by the best of the village. That's how it has been. Logically, I have to be stronger than you. But why? Menma said. Naruto looked at his brother as he started walking. And as he appeared to be beside Menma, it's simple. Because I am special. With that, Naruto walked right past Menma, leaving the red-haired boy completely speechless and raged with anger, unbridled rage. Menma was supposed to be the special one, not the failure. Why was he so strong? Menma never understood Naruto, and he hated his brother with every single fiber of his being. That was how it was being and how it was supposed to be. Menma one day swore that he would surpass his brother and possibly kill him. That was his goal, and he would do it. As the second matches were about to start, feathers start falling from the sky. Naruto had told Orochimaru about this, and the snake was simply doing what Naruto had told him. Naruto was in the stadium, smirked. Let the show begin, Naruto thought. He saw the Saiyan sibling going towards the ICU where Goro was held at. That meant Naruto vanished as he appeared right outside the village where the other shinobis were. Specifically, the three that he wanted to meet. Yugito was not in the tuning exam stadium, and he knew why, because he was here. Well, looks like the invasion has started. You better entertain me, Jinchurikis. Naruto said to the three Jinchurikis that were in front of him. Hiroshi, Yugito, and Killer Bee. Soon, Naruto felt Gaara and the others. Well, they were going towards the forest. The forest. That's not a good place. He should be here. Naruto thought. He did a cross hand seal as Clone poofed beside him. Go and get the other one here. I want all four of them to myself, Naruto said with a smirk, as the clone nodded and went towards their direction. And in a few minutes, Gaara was also there. Clone Naruto was hailing Gaara up by his shirt as he dropped him to the ground as Gaara became conscious. As he looked around, he barely had chakra, and his mother was screaming to let her free. So, he will do it. As soon as Gaara said that, he started going through hand seals. Going till beast mode so soon. But, well, that might take a while. Since even to the possum jutsu, you need chakra. And that boy, well, he barely has any, since the flames that I conducted on him were special ones. They sap chakra, even Biju ones. Even Shikaku cannot recover that fast. That means he thought as he looked at the three. Meanwhile, in the stadium, Minato was not having the greatest time of his life. Well, why, you may ask? Well, he was currently trapped inside the barrier that Orochimaru had constructed. It was true that he could teleport out of the barrier anytime he wanted, but that would mean letting the snake go. He refused to do that. Orochimaru was laughing, a little bitter chuckle. That old fool had chosen you over me for the seat of the Hokage. Well, after you are dead, go and tell him that what a wrong decision he made. Minato, I'll destroy Konoha. He can rest assured that this village is on its last knees. 4 Jinchurikis are here today on a single village. What do you think was gonna happen? Orochimaru said. Minato's eyes widened as he looked at a distance where he felt Biju chakra. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 of them. So smirked hearing the statement. Well, coming from you, Orochimaru. Well, I guess you could say hello to him for me. I guess, but that won't be possible now, will it? Since the place that he went and the place that you'll go after this battle are gonna be different. You are gonna die here, and I'll make sure of that, Minato said, his eyes becoming cold. He was the Yellow Flash right now, the man who killed over 1,000 shinobis within seconds in the Third Great Shinobi War. And he was feared in the bingo books and among all of the elemental nation for a reason. And today, Minato Namikaze would show Orochimaru why he was the Yellow Flash of the Leaf and why he was the fourth Hokage. Meanwhile, Killer B was a little aware. B, this chakra that this boy possesses, it's somehow similar to the sage himself. Yuki said, "Yo, but how is that possible? Isn't the sage supposed to be like super duper powerful or some shit? But he's just a kid," Kobe stayed. As Yuki was silent, "I have no idea what's going on, but be careful. We don't know what we're dealing with over here. This kid is very confident on dealing with 4 perfect Jinchurikis at the same time. That Gara kid, for sure, is gonna go tail beast transformation any minute. Be aware, this guy is not normal." As soon as Yuki said that, Naruto's karma starts spreading all over his body. Now, I want to end this quick, but also want to have fun. But you, at your normal states, are no fun. So, your tail beast modes, I'll force you to go into that, Naruto said. And he swung his palm around. Killer B and the others didn't know what hit them, as black rods pierced all over their body. They just landed on the ground, speechless. What the fuck just happened? Kirby said, as Yugito was also having a conversation with the tail beast. "This is not good. What happened?" she thought, as Hiroshi was also having the same conversation with the tail beast. "Listen, go tail beast transformation right now. There's chakra that resents. It's him." The three said at the same time. "Who are you talking about?" The three Jinchuriki asked their tail beast. "That's someone that's not supposed to be alive. We have to kill him right here and right now," they three said, as Gora exploded with sand all around him as the massive Sikaku formed in the village. As all people looked around. "Shit," Minato said as he looked at the massive tail beast. "I have to deal with this quickly," he said as he dodged a swipe from the second Hokage. Minato would hold his own, and he knew that for a fact. He just needed to figure out the reanimation jutsu. It's a type of a summoning contract. If we can sever the link between Orochimaru and the summoning, this will do it. Yes, the contract seal. Minato thought. The second option, I could just teleport them away. Yes, I guess this will do it. Minato went towards the first Hokage first, as he touched the man, and in a yellow flash, Hashirama was gone. What? Orochimaru thought. He never considered this. Shit, I forgot. He can teleport anything that he touches to the markings that he has done. Shit. Orochimaru thought. And soon the second was gone as well, to the location where Orochimaru could only sense them, but what the hell could he do? He needed them to fight with Minato. He was not foolish enough to fight this man alone. But, well, he would do whatever he could. He would kill this man, no matter what it takes. Meanwhile, the other Killer B transformed into his full 8-tail transformation. and Yugito transformed into her two-tailed transformation, and Roshi transformed into the four-tailed. Naruto smirked, seeing all the tail beasts above, as Konoha ninjas that were fighting stopped, as the other ninjas also stopped to look at the four majestic tail beasts. Naruto's karma started spreading even more, as a horn formed behind him. This is gonna be interesting, Naruto thought, as he opened his eyes to saw the Dharmagon and the Byakugan. Naruto started levitating off the ground. Hey, isn't that isn't that they all thought as the tail beast cursed, seeing the horn that Naruto had? It's him, they thought. Their father had told him about Isshiki Otsutsuki, the man that was a rival to him. Not rival, but the only man that was able to challenge him to the extent that he had to use all of his power, including the Jubies. And yet, the man was pretty much equal to him. That meant if this kid evolves any more than he already is, it's the end of the world. Yuki said to the other tail beasts, they all nodded. They needed to end this quick. Naruto smirked. Well. I would like to see you try. Come, beasts, Naruto said. The four tails were the first one to leap as he sent his tails after Naruto, who ducked or dodged in the mid-air, just like how fast he was, showing how fast he was. As he was doing that, Naruto landed on the ground as the tails of the four tails smashed into the ground. But in a split second, black rods pinned the four tails in the ground. Shit, Roshi thought, as he tried to melt the rods away with his lava jutsu, and surprisingly, it worked. Naruto cursed. Well, it's to be expected. Lava can probably melt the black rods. However, Naruto thought, as he closed his eyes and opened the Dharmagon again, and in a flash, at least 5 cubes that were massive in size dropped on the four tails, pinning it down to the ground. This one down, 3 more to go, Naruto thought, as he dodged a slice from the two-tailed cat. Well, Naruto thought, and then he was forced to dodge the sand that came towards him. Annoying, he thought again. As soon as he thought that, he felt a huge buildup of chakra. He looked toward to see Killer Bee building up a tail beast bomb. Fool, Naruto thought, as Killer Bee fired the tail beast bomb towards Naruto, but before it could even reach Naruto, it disappeared. What? Killer Bee thought. He was genuinely shocked. What the hell happened to the tail beast bomb? Then a cube dropped right on Killer Bee as he cursed. What the hell is this? He thought. Another cube dropped towards his tails, pinning him down, as Naruto just looked at the two tails and the one tails. Two gone. 2 more to go, he thought. Two tails fired jutsu towards Naruto, but they were all shrunk down as Naruto pointed his palm towards the two tails as several black rods, these ones were big, fired off towards the two tails. He dodged the black rods, but unfortunately a cube dropped right in front of her as Naruto appeared behind her, and the black rods pierced all over the two tails' body, pinning her down to the ground as well. Naruto then looked at Shikaku. You are only left. I'll make you pay for what you did to my brothers and sisters, he said, as he fired off all the sand bullets that he could. But before they could reach Naruto, they simply disappeared. What the hell is going on? Thought Shikaku. Why can't my attacks reach him? He thought. Naruto just smirked. What a waste. He appeared in front of Shikaku as the Shikaku's eyes widened as two black rods pierced right through his eyes. He screamed in pain and agony as he couldn't see anything right now. What the hell is going on? He thought. But then Naruto saw Gaara. Well, it's the end for him. He pointed his hand out as and Naruto went towards Gaara and kicked him and dragged him towards the ground. As the Shikaku disappeared, Naruto was on top of Gaara, his feet over his chest. Annoying little peasant. This is the end. Tail beast or not, you're no match for me, he said, as the others were trying to get free from his clutches, but to no avail. It's the end, unfortunately for you. This is how it's gonna be, Naruto thought. But then he felt dizzy. What's going on? Naruto thought. Then he heard a voice inside his head. You're using the karma too much, boy. Did you really think it came without a cost? This is for a little while at least. I'll gain my freedom. Naruto heard a voice inside his head. Isshiki, you bastard, Naruto thought. Then, when Naruto opened his eyes, the entire aura around him changed, as the tail beast knew for a fact. Now it was confirmed. It was him. As Naruto opened his eyes, his voice was a little different. It was as if two voices were combined. Hey, beasts. It's been a while. The last time I met you all. Well, it was when I fought that man. Well, but since right now you're already defeated by my vessel, not me, by my vessel, Naruto said, as his voice was different. Isshiki, Otsutsuki, Yuki said in a very angry voice. Now. Don't be angry, filthy beast. I'm gonna need you anyway, since I wanna build chocolate fruit on this planet. This planet is too rich to not to be consumed. I can only take over this boy's body when he's low on chakra, just like right now. He fought you all and thought that there wouldn't be any repercussions. The chakra amount he used to defeat you all and use all my jutsus were too much for his body, and I was able to take over. But, however, Isshiki said, as he was sensing Minato was, destroying Orochimaru. I do support the boy's ideals. That's why I cannot let the snake die. But you, on the other hand, Isshiki said, as he pointed his hands out. Black rods started forming all around him. Not one, not two. Hundreds upon hundreds of black rods. Isshiki smirked. Farewell, beasts, he said. And in a flash, all that happened was, censored because it was too gruesome. Hundreds of black rods piercing through all the tail beasts. Yeah, that would be rather gruesome. None of them are dead, if you're wondering. Meanwhile, Minato was beating the living shit out of Orochimaru, who couldn't do anything since Minato had teleported the second Hokage and the first Hokage away. Orochimaru was all on his own inside the barrier. He tried to drop the barrier, but he couldn't. Why? You may ask. Well, Kushina was outside. She was holding up the barrier with a seal. As the Sand 4, even if they wanted to draw the barrier, they couldn't. Damn that Uzumaki woman. Orochimaru thought. Even he couldn't get out anymore. The hell? He was trapped there. And the Namikaze. Orochimaru wasn't foolish enough to think that he would beat Minato. The man was chosen over him for the seat of Hokage for a reason. But then someone appeared inside the barrier. He was a little white, and his, eyes were different. He was wearing a mask. As Minato turned around, Orochimaru was bloody and beaten, so he couldn't do anything. He just watched. Now, as the man looked at him, he spoke in his mostly godlike voice. "Hello there, Namikaze." "Minato," he said, as Minato narrowed his eyes. "You're the one who Shisui met in the wave mission. Am I wrong?" he said. The man shrugged. "Maybe I am, maybe I'm not, who knows? But all I know is," he said, Minato, only because of his fast reflexes of the yellow flash, was able to dodge the black rods that pierced right where he was. What the? He thought, but before Minato could do anything, a man appeared behind him. And then, this time, Minato being in midair, couldn't dodge it. Black rods pierced all over his body, one in his arm, one in his other arm, and two in his legs, and one over on his gut, as Minato coughed out blood. What the hell happened? He thought, as he looked at the man. The man said, as a portal appeared. "Step through the snake. This will get you to the land of snouts. Go there. It will be helpful," he said, as Orochimaru gave the stranger a strange look. "Why are you helping me?" he said. The man looked at Orochimaru. Consider it a sort of deal with the devil. One day you're gonna repay me, Orochimaru. Just remember these words, because if you don't, you know what's gonna happen. I am gonna kill you," he said. Orochimaru didn't need to hear anything. He wanted to save his goddamn life. So he went away. He stepped inside the portal. And meanwhile, in another planet, a being was eating a chocolate fruit. Well, Kaguya and Isshiki, they haven't reported back, have they? He said. No, they haven't. They went to the planet, what was his name again? Earth, yeah. They went to that planet. The other one said. That bastard Isshiki. He is the one. He is one of the few that can actually match me. No, he is one of the few that can easily destroy me in a battle, the figure said. Meanwhile, the other figure just looked at his master. Well, Momoshiki-sama, it's expected. Isshiki is the third strongest member of our clan in all of our existence. He is only the second to the king and of Ragnarok, Otsutsuki himself. The man said his name was Kinshiki. I know Kinshiki, and that frustrates me to no end. But I'm really curious now. I doubt that anyone could actually stand up to Isshiki. So, why hasn't he reported back? The man thought, but then he felt a surge of chakra. This chakra. The man smirked. It's him, alright. Isshiki, that bastard. He is on that planet causing havoc. But why haven't we received the chakra fruit yet? Do you think he wants the chakra fruit for himself? Said Kinshiki. Momoshiki stood up. Maybe he does. We'll have to go and investigate. Fighting him is suicide. So all we can do is talk to him and let's see and see what things turn out from that point on. Momoshiki said, and Kishiki gave him a nod. Indeed, Lord Momoshiki-sama. Meanwhile, in Earth, Naruto started opening his eyes as well. Isshiki had taken control over his body for a few minutes, but as soon as he recovered chakra, well, he took the control over his body back, and then he knocked himself out. Naruto thought, as he looked at his karma. It's a gift and a curse at the same time. Naruto thought. The fact was, without the karma, he wouldn't be where he was today. He wouldn't be strong, so he was grateful. But again, everything had a downside to it, and so did the karma. Isshiki could take over his body at any moment, and Isshiki had told him about his plan of the chakra fruit and destroying Earth. Naruto didn't want that. He didn't want Earth to get destroyed, every single human being die. No, even for him, and that was too cruel. For selfish reasons like chakra fruit. No. Naruto refused to let Isshiki out and let him do as he pleases. Naruto knew for a fact that he had a 10 tails in another dimension, but the fact was he didn't need the 10 tails as power. He was already strong enough on his own. So that was that. As soon as Naruto said that, he felt presence, but not here. Some other planet. It wasn't Momoshiki or anyone. It was someone else. What is this presence? If you think that man, you can face him, you're dead wrong, boy. You'll be 1,000 years too soon before you face the presence that you're feeling. He said, Isshiki, who is it? Naruto said. Isshiki smirked inside the karma. My elder brother, Ragnarok Otsutsuki.